Hello, everyone. This is from Milwaukee to Nashville. Our show is brought to you by the wonderful folks at Hockey Locker 2002 West Howard Avenue, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You can call them at 404-800-7585 or visit their website at hockeylockermilwaukee.com. Today, the Nashville Predators took on the team that has won 11 straight, Winnipeg Jets.
Okay. So shots on goal in the first period, Nashville outshot Winnipeg 14 to 6. In the second period, Winnipeg outshot Nashville 14 to 6. In the third period, Nashville outshot Winnipeg 10 to 4. And in total, Nashville outshoots Winnipeg 30 to 24. Winnipeg was a little bit better at the faceoff at 52.2% to Nashville's 47.8%. Winnipeg goes 0 for 4 on the power play with 6 penalty minutes, while Nashville goes 1 for 3 with 8 penalty minutes. Nashville had 26 hits to Winnipeg's 24, 17 block shots to Winnipeg's 10, 14 giveaways to Winnipeg's 11. Winnipeg had 5 takeaways as opposed to Nashville's 3. Um, Scoring in the first period at the 426 mark for Nashville is Philip Forsberg scoring his 22nd of the year, assisted by Nyquist his 12th and O'Reilly his 21st.
And also in the first was Neil Pionk with his ninth with an assist from Kapari, his third, and Alex Iafallo, his 12th. Then also in the first at the 15:29 mark on the power play was Tommy Novak, his 12th, with an assist from Justin Barron, his fourth, and Luke Evangelista, his 11th. That'll do it for the scoring. There was no other scoring. Preds win 2-1. Kind of a slow game for them. Highlights are also that Michael McCarron went 71% in the faceoff circle.
Yeah.
Um, and no O'Reilly and Stamkos both went 50%. Also, England had 2 blocks, Barrett had a block, Blankenberg had a block, and Shea had 2 blocks. Also, Delgado had 5 hits. Um, Also having 3 hits was Kiefer Bello, 3 hits was Michael McCarron, 2 hits for Evangelista. Well, Riley had 3 blocks, well, Novak had 2. Uh, Beyond that, looks like Svechkov went -1. Uh, Saros stopped 23 of 24, while in that for the Winnipeg Jets is Eric Comrie, 28 of 30. We're no stranger to Comrie.
No.
All right, so the Preds win 2-1. Um, the trade deadline is coming up quick,
Yeah.
and the Blue Jackets came out and said that they're buyers compared to sellers. Now, we're
Mhm.
going to look at what both two teams that have come out today and said something about it, what they've said. Washington being one of them. And Columbus is literally in the thick of things for the wild card. They're 29, 22, and 8. They're in the second wild card spot. Most likely, I would be buyers too. They won 3 straight. So um, I would be willing to buy in as well. Let's see what they're willing to give. They do have a lot of capital, given that they have Alrighty, and then so they said that they're most likely to be buyers. Capitals said anything's is on the table. Already in a good position to win at winning the Stanley Cup this year. Anything is on the table to try and further strengthen their roster. Um, um, with that being said, he said that if you're looking at it, the window to get Alex Ovechkin another cup is closing very fast. They're also looking at adding top prospect Ryan Leonard to their roster after he completes his sophomore season at Boston College. So there's a lot to go for. Jacob Chikrin and Charlie Lindgren are not having good, or they declined to discuss the process and contract talks with Chikrin and Charlie Lindgren for the Capitals as well. So maybe there's a little room there for Nashville to sneak in there, get a defenseman. Maybe not salvage what you got for the rest of the season, but if you have lost Yossi for the rest of the year, we don't know what the extent of his injury is. All I know is he's day to day. Day to day for a couple of players have turned into you're out for the year. So it's kind of one of those things.
Right.
Um, so we'll see what happens there. Coming up, the Preds play, I believe, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, they play Saturday at noon or at 11. Oh no, they play. Yeah, they play Saturday at 12:30 Eastern time, so that's 11:30 our time.
Yeah.
They also play Sunday, so they're back to back. They play the Rangers and the Islanders. A little weekend in New York.
Yeah.
Then they play at 7 Eastern, so 6 o'clock our time against, like I said, against the Rangers. So um, we'll see what happens with a lot of that. The standings right now for the East. New York, Ottawa, Boston are in the mix, but Red Wings and Jackets lead the way right now. Boston not having a great year compared to what they were expected to do. Winnipeg has, like I said, dropped a game against Nashville today. The Stars are 7-2-1 in their last 10, while the Wild are 6-4 in their last 10. So are the Avalanche. The Avalanche are at 70 points. The Wild are at 72. So it's possible that that could happen. The Canucks are the only team really in danger of losing their wild card spot, as it's Vancouver has 65 and the Flames have 64.
Yeah.
Blues have 62. Nashville has 49 points. Like I said, that's third in the league. Um, then it goes. Blue, the Sabres, then the Kraken. So we'll see how the rest of the season plays out, but it's not been looking good for the Sharks lately. Sharks lose an OT today. They've lost quite a number of games over the last couple of weeks, and it's difficult when you're looking at it because um, Gregorian and Raven check. Okay, so there's that. The shark, like I said, the Sharks are not doing that well. In the AHL, just look around the league real quick. Anybody? Texas beat Grand Rapids, so let's check the. Okay, yeah, we're still 2 points ahead. Let's, um, uh, Preds probably will be interested in some stuff for the AHL, just saying on the like you want to build for the future thing. There's quite a bit of good prospects out there right now. And if you got teams like Columbus and uh, Washington, they haven't really been all that good, but they've got some pretty solid, middle of the way prospects that are 18, 19, 20 years old that are about to come into the league, and you can start developing them right away.
Right.
Those will be welcomed additions, if you will, through the way here. So we'll see what ends up happening down the line. I know a lot of us have had a really disheartened season. Um, that's not accurate. Well, okay. Um, Nashville does have three firsts this year, two seconds, a third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth. Actually, two sixths, no seventh. Next year they have a first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, or fifth, no sixth, and a seventh. The year after that, they have a first, a second, a third for their third, and the Avalanche's third. And then in the fourth, they have theirs and the Rangers' fourth, and then they have their fifth, their sixth, their seventh. So in the next 3 years, Nashville has 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 35 picks so far. Like I said, Nyquist possible to be moved. Wouldn't surprise me. Maybe Evangelista if they get bold. Um, Also wouldn't surprise me to see guys like um Shen get moved maybe Lazard if they're willing, somebody's willing to take him on for next year. Um, and then I'm sure they're gonna be willing to move, maybe a guy like Kemmel. Kemmel has not really had a great run at things. Um, apparently Andre Pavel was hurt. Um, uh, Other than that, like I said, the Admirals are off this weekend. They play Wednesday, Thursday, or Wednesday, Friday, Saturday next weekend, where the Preds have game. First, second, third, fourth, or sorry, first, second, fourth, sixth, eighth, 11th, 14th, and 15th. All right, so they pretty much have a game every other, after this weekend, every other day. Now
Yeah.
Sunday, I doubt that we will be doing a show, but it is up in the air. I know that the 9th I am unavailable, which nobody except for maybe Atlanta players.
I don't know.
But I'm coming for the Preds now that this week has been kind of completed for them. Like I said, they got the Islanders and the Rangers, both hungry teams, Boston, uh, Seattle, Chicago. I mean, and then San Jose. I mean, if anything, I would want to lose to Seattle, the Blackhawks, and San Jose. It doesn't hurt. Seattle's ahead of us. You don't want them, you don't want to catch up to them. And Chicago, you don't want to pull too far away from.
Yeah.
So drop those games. Just drop them. I'm not saying tank, but I'm saying tank because I mean we'll see what happens. I mean the trade deadline's right there, so we'll see
Yeah.
what we roll into Chicago with on the 8th. There, it'll be really interesting to see what team they roll in there with, and how we look that week.
Mhm.
The 7th. I mean, will we even have a team?
Right.
Like, will we have enough guys to put on the ice? So it's one of them things. No, we do play at 7, and the trade deadline ends at 3. So you should have time to get to your new arena and get right to the arena.
Yeah.
You're pretty much jumping in head first. Now I got asked what the craziest trade the other day was that I ever witnessed. Now, John, do you remember the Jack Doherty trade?
No.
When Jack Doherty got traded to the Senators and for Baptiste, Nathan Baptiste.
Okay.
Um, we were having the season ticket holder party that day,
Oh yeah, that's right.
and he was sitting there going, "What do I do? Like, I want to go be with the fans,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not here anymore. What do I do?" And the Admirals are like, "I don't know. Go pack." And he wrote on the way out the door, he was literally crying. Now, on the Angelo trade, all right. I thought I'd like to get into that a little bit because I know some fans in the Admiral space are a little upset, and others are not. I am in the not category. Um, Angelo was a veteran by AHL standards. He's played 310 games in the AHL and NHL combined. And anytime you play over that, you're considered a veteran. Angelo just played his 100th game as an Admiral. Okay. Then they traded him. He seemed overly happy to get the hell out of here. If you go look at his Instagram, I'm happy to be home. I'm happy to go home. I'm happy to get out of here. I'm happy. Well, that doesn't seem like someone who has any remorse for being in it, an admiral. And if you're not happy here, I don't want you here. Kind of thing. We breed a winning culture here in the development league where we want the best out of you. And if that's not good enough for you, then you're the problem, then you're the problem. Especially since we've had this winning culture since before you've been. So, Ulinen is how it's pronounced. I'm excited to see what he brings to the table. Young guy, high upside. I know what that means forward wise for the Preds. But we'll see what happens, you know. Would you like to add anything on that trade or
No.
okay? All right. Well, this has been from Milwaukee to Nashville. I'm Daniel Goodman, and over there is John Lewandowski signing off. See y'all tomorrow.